What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about how to block somebody, why to block somebody, just the etiquettes of blocking somebody 101, okay? Now, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click the red button below. I love you forever, along with the bell notification. And up until Christmas, my course, Attraction Academy, is 50% off, so it's under $25. Link is down in the description along with the coupon code. Get it while you can right now, because it ain't going to be long until it's gone. So, here's the thing, ladies. As you already see, I'm a little tense because I get a lot of comments on blocking somebody, or someone would DM me in my Instagram and say, well, he came back, I blocked him, but he always finds a way to come back around. I don't give a shit. Okay, I'm going to tell you, first off, why you should block someone, why you shouldn't, and then go from there. Okay, so here's the gist of it. You do not block, okay, the do nots. You do not block someone to show him what he lost. You do not block someone to make him realize what he has lost. You do not block somebody to get back at them. You do not block somebody to make them upset and no. Who gives a shit? If you are if you're blocking somebody by that time, it's done, it's over. You should be giving that guy no second thoughts, no second chances. And I personally think so many women are hesitant to block, which I can understand. Why? Because it's so cutthroat, it's done, it's over, you're never going to talk to the guy again. But then when you don't do it, you expect me or other people to feel bad for you. Now, I'm not saying you actually do that, but I tell my clients, okay, well, then you're going to learn the hard way, which is not a bad thing. I think it's a good lesson learned. And when I say that to people, I don't want them to take it personal. I say it to a lot of people, including myself and my family, friends. Then you're going to learn the hard way, which is sometimes good. It's a lesson. You only grow when you're going through chaos. When they always say when you're confused, it means you're about to learn something. So if you're confused right now on where he stands or on where this is going, you're about to learn something. Okay, and I think sometimes that's the best way to do it. But when it comes to blocking etiquette, okay, a lot of people, I think, are a little hesitant in pulling the trigger, when I think you should be more willing to do so, because if you don't, you're going to be taken constant advantage of. Now, a lot of people will ask me, okay, well, when do I do it and when do I not? If you guys, for the most part, are okay and he's playing games, it's hard to say when I say playing games, because that means different things to different people. To me, if it's obvious he's not going to go through with something, or he's not wanting to push forward, or he's back and forth, block him. It's not even worth it. And a lot of women will say things like, well, what if he thinks this, or what if he thinks that, or I don't want him to think he got the best of me, or what if who gives a shit what he thinks? Who gives a shit what he's wondering? Who gives a shit what he's going to do? It's when you block someone, they're irrelevant. That's what people don't understand. I'll read my comments, and I'll read my DMs, and I'll read my emails, or I'll talk to my clients, and they're like, and they're thinking like there's an afterlife to the blocking the guy. Like, well, what if the guy? What do you mean? What if the guy? What? Who gives a shit? The guy's out of when you block someone, he's out of the picture. He's gone. Who gives a shit what he thinks? Who gives a shit if he comes back? Who gives a shit if he talks to another girl? Who gives a shit if he's plotting something? He's gone. He's over. He's irrelevant. But sometimes, and for some reason, women can't get that through their beautiful, beautiful little small heads. Well, some of you got some big ass heads. I don't know, but that was totally inappropriate. I'm sorry. Some of you got some big ass heads though. But I'm sorry. You can see what I'm getting at, okay? I feel like a lot of people are hesitant to block. If you know he's messing around, if you know he's not serious, if he's flaking, if he's bullshitting, if he's not following through more than once, it's time to block a guy, okay? It's just time. I don't know why people don't. Yeah, I do. It's emotions. But for the most part, just do it, man. and when you do it, I know it's so permanent, but it's so relieving. Like you're not wasting your time anymore. And I know you have hope, and you're like, well, what if? No. That's what I'm telling you, women blame. I'm not trying to blame women, because there's douchebags out there, but women blame men so many times, which I can blame a man for cutting you, right? But for how deep and for how consistent and for how many times, sometimes that's on the woman, because she just doesn't know when to let go. She doesn't know when to fucking put up the just shut the door, lock it in his face, and just say, she just doesn't know when to do that. And so when you got those deep scars, unless the guy like truly manipulates you, okay, sometimes, like I say, it's because you give them this foundation to perform this act on. And women will be like, oh, how dare you blame women? No. I'm doing it because I talk to clients, and they consciously they verbally tell me, okay, so they're giving me the feedback that they know, but they still go through with it anyway. Now, of course, you could talk about codependence and filling voids and insecurities and self-esteem issues and daddy issues. You can talk about all that, okay. I'm not getting into all that. It's just it gets to a point where I think it's self-respect. And you're letting this guy walk on you for some effing reason. I don't know. Probably those reasons I just said. But sometimes you just got to kick him out, shut the door, lock it, and, shove it in his face and just tell him to F off, But for some reason, women don't do that. So with that being said, ladies, was that really etiquette? No, I'm just kind of telling you how it should be. I think you need to be faster at pulling the trigger, and I think a lot of you get taken advantage of because you don't do it, okay? So that being said, I love you, take care, and peace.